Beautiful, beautiful deep divers of planet Earth. How you feeling today? What are we doing? Raising the frequency. What else? Raising the vibration. Let's breathe. Woo! Breathing, getting that good ass prana, baby. I woke up like this, deep divers, all magical and shit, with a beautiful bright glow behind me, right? Now, deep divers, I also woke up with some very disturbing news. And it really shocked me because I'm like, again? Again? I can't believe it. Takeoff, 1/3 of the Migos, the musical rap group, was killed in Houston, Texas, outside of a bowling alley. And he was only 28 years old. Only 28 years old. And I'm like, this is crazy. It seems like there's always this news about some artists getting killed, and this has to stop because too many of these artists are getting killed at such a young age. So this episode is entitled Wake Up Industry. We got a whole lot to talk about. Deep divers, I want you to hit that like button. Okay, hit that like button because everybody needs to hear this message. I want this message to be shared everywhere because so much is going on right now. And I have to talk about this because the youth are suffering. This generation are losing their artists and they're lost. And I want to bring you this message right now, deep divers, okay? Peace. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Beautiful deep divers, we are here. Another beautiful day. How you feeling today, deep divers? Look, I'm FaceTiming you right now. If you are watching this video, here to remind you that your energy is precious and protect your energy. Be careful of your circle before they hurt you. And that's a fitting message because I came across a news story which was very sad. And I'm like, again, another senseless murder of an artist, another senseless murder of an artist. Takeoff, 1/3 of the Migos was killed in Houston, Texas, only 28 years old, outside of a bowling alley. And I'm like, this has got to stop. It's got to stop, deep divers, because you see, a lot of people are becoming desensitized and saying, oh, another artist getting killed and slain. Okay, back to normal. No, it's not back to normal. Massive change has to happen in the industry. I'm a psychologist. I'm also a criminologist. And I'm like, all of this violence, this murder, something just ain't right. This is a sign, a message that the universe is telling us all we need to wake up. And people need to do better. First and foremost, condolences go out to his family, his friends that knew him, his loved ones, because they must be hurting right now, deep divers. It's got to stop. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello there? Once again, deep divers, I want everybody to hit that like button and share this video because I'm about to dive deep. I always make videos about becoming your greatest version. And every video I make has a message. So this video is not just about me reporting that Takeoff has been killed. No, it's about reminding you about becoming your greatest version and becoming aware of your circle before they hurt you. So this video is entitled Wake Up Industry. I woke up and I'm like, oh my gosh, again? Another artist taken out? Like, I remember when XXXTentacion was killed. And I'm like, that's crazy. This guy had so much talent and his life was ended prematurely. It's got to stop. When I also think of P&B Rock, another rapper slain. Who else? Pop Smoke. It's got to stop. And Not just rappers getting slain, Mac Miller. You saw what happened to him with a drug overdose, Juice WRLD. It's got to stop. You see, something just ain't right in the music industry. And let me read what actually happened, deep divers. Let me read to you what happened in this very tragic story. Okay, Migos rapper Takeoff 28 is killed over a game of dice. Let me repeat that again. Migos rapper Takeoff 28 is killed over a game of dice. Let me repeat that one more time because a lot of people are desensitized. People are losing their lives over a game of dice. Migos rapper Takeoff 28 is killed over a dice game. Over a game of dice. Shot in head or neck in front of 50 people, including his bandmate Quavo, outside a bowling alley in Houston. Takeoff, 1/3 of Migos, is dead after an early morning shooting in Houston, TMZ Hip Hop has confirmed. First and foremost, deep divers, how come TMZ are always having this news information? Right? TMZ are always like posting the first reports. You got to watch TMZ, deep divers, because something just ain't right. They're always the first to break the story. And guess what? It's always bad news. Law enforcement sources and multiple witnesses tell us the fatal incident went down shortly after 2:30 a.m. 2:30 a.m. So that's the early hours of this morning. And I take it was a Halloween party, or it was Halloween, obviously, but that whole vibe. And I actually watched a video, deep divers, of some guy saying, be careful on Halloween because something is about to go down. And this went down. So that's when cops got the call for a man shot at a bowling alley called 810 Billiards in Bowling, Houston. We're told Takeoff and Quavo were there playing dice when an altercation broke out, and that's when someone opened fire, shooting Takeoff either in the head or near his head. He was pronounced dead at the scene. People, deep divers, we got to do better. We got to do better as a one humanity, right? Because that's what we are. We got to do better. And we got to remind ourselves that it's a senseless, unnecessary taking of a life. And the crazy thing about it is that he was just innocent in terms of a lot of the reports I was reading saying that Takeoff is very quiet and he was just kind of minding his business there. And Quavo actually, I think, lost some money in the dice game and they got into an altercation and he was just shot like by accident, right? That's crazy that someone can just lose their life, everything they've worked for, in a blink of an eye. And that's the reason why I always tell you, deep divers, be careful of your circle before they hurt you. Sometimes you might get caught up with someone. It may not even be your issue, but you get caught up. Now, wake up, industry. We got to remind ourselves there are no accidents in this universe. Everything is happening for a reason. Everything is happening for a reason, right? So when you remind yourself that Takeoff getting killed is tragic, at the same time, there's a lesson to be learned that can also help us become our greatest version. We've got to remind ourselves that hip hop is different from rap music. KRS-One is hip hop. And he made a song called, If You Want to Get Away with Murder, Kill a Rapper. The investigation won't go further. Now, we got to remind ourselves that one of the most dangerous jobs, careers to choose in the Matrix is a rapper. Because these rappers are getting taken out left, right, center. And it's happening by a grand design. And this has got to stop. We got to stop losing our babies at a young age because it's uncalled for, it's senseless, and it's unnecessary. But let me break down the science of it. The reason why being a rapper is one of the most dangerous careers in the world right now is because of the energy that these rappers put out there. Death, violence, demon time. The same energy that you put out there is the same energy that's going to come back to you. Slow motion this side. I'm not saying that Takeoff deserved it, but I'm saying that when you surround yourself with that energy, you might become an innocent bystander. And that's what happened. Because the universe is going to use you as an example, going to use your life as an example if you're not moving right. We got to remind ourselves the inorganic ones feed of this kind of energy. They love bad news. That's why TMZ are the first ones to report this kind of news, and they love it. Death. It's a death culture. Many people are on demon time. And I told you, it's time to go back to the love frequency. It's time to let love guide you and not fear. It's time to start putting out conscious music. What happened to the Lauryn Hills of the world? Shout out to Lauryn Hill, one of the greatest artists of our time. We need to go back to that kind of music, the music that uplifts young women and young men to become their greatest versions, because this modern generation is doomed. When you're having artists who aren't even getting to reach 35 or 40, being taken out, leaving behind a whole family, sometimes wife and kids, it's got to stop. There's someone profiting from this though. Because, you know, when someone passes away, especially an artist, people are going to eat, right? A lot of times people actually make more off you when you're not here, when you're dead, than when you're alive. Tupac Shakur was killed, but he made so many albums and they released one by one and they made millions when he was no longer here. And that's what's happening to these artists. Someone is going to make a whole lot of money over their death. And this has got to stop. We got to remind ourselves that we got to hold these record executives accountable, right? Because they are also signing these artists who are promoting a death culture, especially in the African American community in America. I'm a psychologist. I'm also a criminologist. So when I see these things happening, I say, oh my gosh, it's tragic. At the same time, let's find out the problem so we can get the solution. So wrong place, wrong time, perhaps, but this shouldn't happen. And it's happening because people are not saying enough is enough. You see, there's hip hop, which was all about uplifting the people. Now, the inorganic ones saw this and said, you know what, we need to lower the frequency. So let's create something called rap. Rap is different from hip hop. Rap is about violence, death, degrading women. Hip hop is about life, upliftment. So they change the frequencies and they pay these rappers, these record labels, they don't want to push that conscious rap. They want to pay these rappers millions of dollars to promote death, violence, and ultimately their own demise. And it's got to stop, because we got to remind ourselves these children are listening to these artists who are promoting a death culture. And we got to say, let this be a lesson and an example to say, we got to change to do better. It's on us right now, because this should not happen. Someone should not be 28 years old. Takeoff, reports say he wasn't even doing anything. He's very quiet, minding his business, but he got caught up in an altercation that he didn't even start. He didn't even start this altercation. But you see, that's what happens. It can happen like that. Sometimes it's not even about you. It's about the energy you're moving with. They can get you in trouble. Hit that like button, deep divers, because everyone needs to hear this message. Hit that like button, deep divers, because everybody needs to hear this message and share this video. We got to do better. We got to remind ourselves so many people have become numb to another artist getting taken out. Remind yourself this generation is losing more of its rock stars than any other generation. The Rolling Stones, Mick Jagger, he's still alive, rocking and rolling. But today's generation, Nipsey Hussle, Pop Smoke, Mac Miller, Amy Winehouse, all of these artists getting taken out. And we got to hold the record companies responsible. They got to take responsibility as well to say, okay, let's protect the artists. Let's only sign artists that are promoting a good message to the community. Also, let us become more truthful, because that's what's missing in the world, truth. So, like I said, deep divers, I had to make this video. Condolences go out to Takeoff's family. Once again, this should not happen, but it did. And it's a wake-up call. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Deep divers, I love all of you. And that's why I'm just saying, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello there? Deep divers, go and check out that book, Feel Alive, that new book I wrote. Feel Alive by Ralph Smart on Amazon and at ralphsmart.com/the book, the Bible of becoming your greatest version. That's really going to help you out. That's really going to help you out in life. Also, go and get the Good Ass Prana shirts at ralphsmart.com/clothes and spreadshirt.com if you're in America. And like I say, we got to do better. The whole of humanity has to do better. We should not be numb to this. This should never, ever, ever happen. We should not lose someone over a senseless altercation. And I told you, this is what has been bred in the hearts and minds of so many people, to be on demon time, to say actually a life is not even worth it. No, we got to remind ourselves that a life is worth it, and we should be living long lives and having children. They should be having children. You should be a grandpa or grandma, not just getting taken out when you're 28 over something senseless, right? So it's a wake-up call. Let's not promote music that encourages violence, degrading women. Let's do away with that music, and let's remind ourselves hip hop in its purest sense is a beautiful music, and it was designed to uplift the community. At the same time, there's hip hop and there's rap. Rap is totally different. That was designed to dumb down the masses. Wake up, people. Wake up, people. You want me to go live? Just say go live, Ralph. Once again, deep divers, I want you to hit that like button. Hit that like button. Everybody, do it right now. Hit that like button. Share the video. And I love all of you. Peace. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy. Peace. You. Once again, deep divers, hit that like button and let me know how this video resonated with you. Let me know how this video spoke to you, okay? So there you have it, deep divers. I love all of you. Have a beautiful day. Peace. One love.